Let me tell you how I almost bought the wrong $1 million home, lost $20,000, ended up in an Airbnb, and still walked into the house God had for me. I told myself I wasn't going to rent forever. I was going to own not just the home, but the home. The one I walked into and said, this is mine. This is what I prayed for. I set a goal for myself, and honestly, I knew that my taste wasn't cheap, but I know I wanted a certain style and a certain vibe. I looked at a few places. I knew right away they weren't it, and I wasn't willing to settle just to say I owned something. Let me give you a little tip, and let me make this tip number one. Be clear on what you want and what's not negotiable. Don't let pressure or pretty staging talk you into a long-term commitment, and I'll tell you why. I found the home that I thought was the one. I went under contract. I paid for the inspections. I spent weeks preparing for closings, only to find out that the sellers were falsifying invoices and lying about upgrades. Everything fell apart. That leads me to tip number two. Don't skip the fine print. Have your own trusted inspector. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. That failed deal cost me over $20,000 and a lot of emotional stress. And I mean a lot. I had to move into an Airbnb. I had already invested almost $20,000 in a deal that had crumbled. I was exhausted, discouraged, and frustrated. But I knew even in the mess, God had a plan. Tip number three, sometimes no is making room for the real yes. Every delay isn't denial. Sometimes God is just removing the wrong things to make room for what's divinely yours. And that's when I found this, the home that God had set aside for me all along. No games, no drama, no lies, just favor. When I stepped inside, I knew this was the house. That leads me to tip number four. Don't just prepare your credit, prepare your spirit. Yes, handle your finances, but don't forget to prepare your spirit as well. Buying a home isn't just a financial decision. It's a faith walk. It takes resilience, wisdom, and sometimes tears. But if you stay ready, the blessing will meet you at the door. I didn't just share this to brag. I shared this because you might be where I was, discouraged, delayed. Don't give up. Your keys are coming. Stay faithful, stay focused. And when it's time, no lie, no setback, no law can block what's yours. This was the day that I closed on my house, June 24th. And when I tell you this was one of the best days of my life, it really was. Why? Because by the grace of God, little Crystal from Pine Hills had purchased her first $1 million home.